Hey, all right. We are live. We are going to be doing what seems to be a favorite, our job requirements way too high, or our entry-level job requirements way too high. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to go through job postings. Definitely going to start with LinkedIn. I think that's a fun one. But let me go ahead and load a couple of things, and then we'll get started. Restream chat. There we go. Plumbing, I think you're sending duplicate messages. I don't know. Hold on. There we go. Oh, no, never mind. My end's just glitching, I think. Are they really unfair? They are wish lists. Well, that's a good question. We're going to go over that. What? Hello? Oh, yeah. Robert, that's you, not me. What's up, Chaotic? Ahmad, thank you. Appreciate that. All right. Let's go ahead and load. Now you can hear Robert? All right, good. Let's go ahead and bring this over. And I'm going to actually load a playlist we haven't heard in a while. Yeah, this one for sure. Pretty good one. Okay. Whew. That is good. We'll bring this over here and this over here. So I'm a little rushed. I had to moderate a bunch before this. Sending messages, banning people. So I am a little behind, but we'll get started in about 5 minutes. What's up, Frosty Code? How you doing? Stopping in a bit while working. Frosty, I think did you reach your year yet? Hold on. I gotta load up a couple chats. Oof, that's loud. All right. Pop out chat. Boom. And then pop out one more chat. Advertise in Discord, and we're good to go. Might just be a few minutes. How's everyone doing? All right, I think we're good. I think everything is looking good. All right, load this over here. All right, so what types of positions do you think we should look for first? Web developer, front-end developer, back-end developer, full-stack developer? Sounds good. Okay, a link, toss it in Discord, and then I am all done. I'm ready to go. Live notification squad. I'm live. Let's dive into some job postings for developers and see if the requirements are really too high for entry-level developers. Publish, confirm. All right, we're good. All right, let me catch up a little bit. Not bad. Okay, glad to hear it. Today's a good day. It feels like a good day. doesn't it? Can we ask for a specific region? I think we're just going to do US for a little bit, and then we can expand towards the end. So what do you mean by region? Specific state? Yes. City? Yes. Yeah. What's up, Billy? Front-end web dev, since that's what people with no experience are most likely looking for anyways. Yeah, but why? That's a huge misconception. We could do front-end, but again, I think it's a terrible idea to go front-end if you really don't want to do front-end. I'm not saying you're saying that. I'm just saying that's a big misconception I hear a lot. Junior developer, we can look up that. At just about a year, I think. Just about a year. Got to keep supporting for the junior devs out there. Well, I'm sure I appreciate you, and I know other people appreciate that as well. Allows me to continue doing this full time, so thank you, Frosty. About a year? I gotta look. Hold on. Frosty, how long have you been supporting? Let me check. Real quick. You are at the year mark. Damn, Frosty. Yeah, you got a fancy... Oh, you got the top hat. Damn. You're balling in here. I like it. We shall see, Matt. How you doing? We'll probably answer questions maybe at the end. Near me that doesn't require at least 5 years. Sounds like you're applying for remote positions, maybe in a different state. That sucks, Robert. I mean, there are no positions by me in Indiana. There's very little. Well, I'm right by Chicago, but still. The people complaining about entry-level job postings being too strict are mostly people looking for front end, so it just makes sense to me to look at those first. Okay. Well, what's up, Jessa? How you doing? Really appreciate that, Frosty. Yeah, thank you. Everyone that does support, I do appreciate you. Let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so we'll look up front-end developer. That's fine. What city should we look at? Go ahead and type it in chat. What city should we look at job postings in? Type it in chat. And we'll answer questions like towards the end. Okay, so we have Seattle, Tucson, Arizona, Tampa, London. Probably stick to the US initially. San Francisco. Tampa. We got 2 Tampas. Austin. What's up, Sean? What's up, Bob? What's up, Uncle Gary? Phoenix. Okay. Let's do Tampa then. We'll start with Tampa, maybe go to Tucson, Arizona. Is Tucson small or large? All right, let's go. We're traveling to Tampa, Florida. Experience level, entry level, show. Let's go date posted past month. That's fine. All right, we ready? All right, let's go. Senior, okay. Now, let me preface this with LinkedIn has apparently a terrible UX, or companies are just lazy when posting it, because someone has told me that a lot of companies don't set the filter for the entry level. So you're gonna see BS like this. This is one thing I don't like about the LinkedIn job postings. You gotta navigate through this because not all of these are entry level positions. But if it's marked as entry level, we're gonna assume, and it doesn't say like senior engineer or mid-level, we'll assume it's for entry level. All right. Hey, Jessa, can you hang out for the whole live stream, or at least like chill periodically and check out chat? Because I have a feeling this is going to be a busier stream. I don't know where Miles is at. Let's see. All right. 1. Sherpa Incorporated. We'll look at Pika as well. Awesome. Thank you, Jessa. All right, let's see. Our first one, front-end software engineer, Ninja 1. Ninja 1 front-end engineer is someone who has a strong focus on front-end development, particularly with React for single-page applications. Looking for a strong coder with a designer mindset to be part of a rapidly growing team. Seems legit so far. We're flexible on remote working from home if you are located in the USA and in one of the states. So I'm assuming you're going to travel to the office once in a while. What you'll be doing, working with the dev team to refine product, tests, document process for future technical support. So you'll be writing documentation. Cool. Blah, 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 blah. All right, 3+ years comprehensive experience with JavaScript. 3+ years comprehensive experience with React. Chances are you're going to have to be very... So, like, once you get to the 3-year mark, it's rough. Like, it's kind of like right on the barrier of, do you apply to this position as an entry-level developer? If you have a really impressive capstone, like I talk about, building your project, that's a real product, right? You push it out, you get users. You don't have to get people to sign up, but getting user activity and getting that feedback and building features based on that user feedback, that's a powerful project. That might stand out in a position like this, but it's going to be on the fence, right? So I say if it's 3 years or less, go ahead and apply to the position, but this doesn't feel very entry-level friendly. Strong collaborative personality, mentoring team, interest in mentoring teammates. This does not feel entry-level. Great aptitude, ability to work remotely, experience with automated testing and React, TeamCity, Circle CI, and Jira, a plus. Yeah, but how much interaction with this, though? Okay. This doesn't feel very entry-level friendly. Nope. Not at all. Is there like an estimated salary? No. I don't know. What do you guys think? This feels a little bit heavier. This feels like they're truly looking for someone with experience. I don't think this is like entry level to the industry friendly. Yo, it's awesome. I don't know if it's like, Sean, that's a new position, or you just been looking for a little bit. Actually, that timeline makes sense. I think it has been about a month and a half when you stopped in and shared, but yeah, seriously, congrats on the new position if I haven't congratulated you. Tucson is much smaller than Phoenix. Okay, interesting. Well, we'll look at Tucson and see. Feels like mid-level, they want to pay as entry-level. I don't think they're necessarily going to pay as entry-level. It does feel mid-level, but I think companies do a terrible job at marking that the postings are actually entry-level. Like, this is actually a real problem with the LinkedIn job postings. This is something we've gone over and over and over, and we've seen it time and time again. So keep that in mind. So you might have to navigate through some of this. But if you see, 3+, you're expected to mentor people, and like a front-end position that has some sort of expectation, like a little experience with Circle CI, Jira. I mean, even like what you can do is you can get a little experience. You don't have to load up something complex like Jira, but what you can do is load up something like, I haven't used tools lately to manage tickets. What was the one that I really liked? There are slimmer versions of just like even a Trello board. Creating a free Trello board and just managing your tickets, your features, and planning out those features and writing the requirements within your little cards within the Trello board can translate to just managing something through Jira. Circle CI, at the very, like if you're applying to front end, like just get a serverless solution potentially, or if you have a back end, load it up on Heroku or another easy solution. I don't think as a front end developer for something you're going to be qualified for, it's worth learning stuff like this. Like this is more Circle CI. It's more of like, you're going to get that kind of experience as a professional developer. Potentially, like you can dive into stuff like this if you're back end focused, but not front end. Anyways, that feels mid level. Yeah, Trello is great. Notion could be an option too. Yep. I don't know what you mean by is it just work experience. How exactly are we defining years of experience with a specific tech? It seems like an off question. If you guys have a question, like anything that's on topic or anything that we talk about, feel free to ask in chat. If I see it, I'll answer it, but we'll save like off topic questions for the end. All right, so one more. We'll do one more. We'll do 2 per like city, so we can jump around a bit. All right, what the hell is this? Sherpa 6 Incorporated. Must obtain and maintain a secret security clearance. Like, really? Do we want to look at this? I feel like this isn't going to apply to a lot of people. You know what, Sean? I feel like you might have something like this, right? We'll dive into this just for you. Minimum of 5 years work experience. Okay, fuck off. Yeah, we're skipping that. All right, software engineer, front end, Pika, 8. Great. There we go. Come on. There's no way. Yo, Mike, there is no way, or, well, the recruiter, there's no way an entry-level developer is getting paid this. No way in hell. That is like 0.0001%. Oh, it's expired now? Oh, okay. Gotcha, Sean. Okay, like, this, like, all right, let's just read it. You'll have the opportunity to create industry-leading cloud products that increase productivity, blah, blah, blah. Interact closely with UX. By strategic understanding of user so UX, you just understand UX and the user. Got it. Set direction for important technical development areas. This seems like... Okay. Set direction for important technical development areas for front-end related topics. Like, maybe you just introduce a topic that the team could work on, but not necessarily mentorship towards the team. Okay. Okay. 5+ years of experience building and owning large-scale services with direct user interactions. 5 years. Okay. That's United States remote. What am I looking at? What did I click on? Tampa, Florida. Let's go to Tampa. Can we... Is it just impossible? There we go. Angular developer by DICE. I hate these remote... It's so hard. I don't know. Navigating through remote entries that kind of usually require a little bit of on-site once in a while where you meet with a team and I don't know. It just feels... It's just a pain in the butt to navigate through all of these job postings that say remote and appear on all of these different targeted job searches where you're trying to target your city. It's a pain in the ass to navigate through all this. Clearwater, Florida. Okay, but wow, does... Oof. What was the search? Tampa? I feel like it has more positions than this. All right, let's look at this. Ascendian is looking for a front-end engineer for a large healthcare company. Okay, so this is going through a recruiter. A senior Angular developer. Okay, fuck off. Let's go to a different location. Tampa's fucked. If you're in Tampa, you're just fucked. All right, what else? What are the locations? It's a janitor salary in San Francisco. Yeah, potentially. These 4+ years of experience required are soul crushing. It just, I want to show LinkedIn first because it's one of the most ridiculous platforms that is completely disorganized with entry-level positions. So there's a reason why I'm targeting LinkedIn. I want to showcase the difference between some of these job boards. Yeah, Sean, that's probably reasonable. I would say 3 and under. You can apply if it's more than that. No one's stopping you. It's just a waste of your time. But yeah, 3 and under I think is reasonable to still apply if the stack matches. There's a filter at the top for only on-site. You know what? That'll help us navigate this. We'll do on-site, yeah. Thank you. This is stupid. Diverse links, diverse links, diverse links. Front-end developer, all caps. React.js developer. It's all the same fucking position. What? Contract, 6 months. Tampa, Florida. Request technology. Technical business analyst / web developer. That does not sound like a traditional coding position. Okay, we'll look at these. Actually, we were gonna do... Fuck, I don't want to depress people. We're going smaller cities. All right, Tucson, Arizona, and then we'll go with whatever suggestions you had. San Diego, Las Vegas, Jersey City, New Jersey. I don't think we've looked up that one. San Jose, California. It's also disheartening. Yo, I'm not trying to depress everyone in this chat. Listen, we can go to some bigger cities that aren't so depressing. And yeah. All right, so web applications developer 3. Entry level. Okay. 1 position. Okay. Whew. Reducing insecticide for growers. Looking for cancer cures. Okay, duties and responsibilities. Okay, Node.js, HTML, CSS. This seems like a full stack position. It's titled as Web Applications Developer 3. Ensuring data privacy, project management, organization, staying current with emerging technologies, proficient in JavaScript, modern front-end frameworks, version control, web security, sure, problem solving, ability to pay attention, including its syntax, data structures, state management, inheritance, and the prototype chain. Love it. Okay, they're gonna be they really want you to know JavaScript with this. 80,000 to 109,000. This developer 3 does not feel like an entry-level position. Okay, let's just do like cost of living Chicago. Give me a score. 1202 without rent. Now give me a score or something. Cost of living score. 20% higher than the national average, and then we're gonna go Tucson, Arizona. Okay, I need something. I'm comparing apples and oranges right now. Tucson, Arizona. So USA is 100 being the average, 106 being a little bit above average with Arizona, and Tucson being lower. Am I reading that correctly? I don't know. I'm not digging into data in this one, but that feels like a good salary for an entry-level position. That's actually a pretty good salary for an entry-level position, but this doesn't feel entry-level. But it doesn't say minimum of... Wow. Okay. Minimum of 8 years of relevant work experience. So this relevant work experience can be tech experience. You can start, like, I don't think you should be dishonest about it, but like you can start translating, like if you build real products, you get freelance experience, you can start building that up. But yo, come on. 8 years? 8 years of relevant work? Okay. All right, so Tucson is fucked. What else? Minimum 8 years, I know. At Tucson, it don't take me literally, people. Like if I say Tampa is screwed, it doesn't, I don't literally mean screwed. Like just keep looking. Every week there are gonna be new jobs. You're gonna see some humor in what I'm saying. Please do. Okay. Let's see. What else? And yeah, just look out for trolls. If you feel like people are trolling even a little bit, feel free to just permanently ban them. Yeah, when we're getting chat flowing like this, I don't really care. Just ban them. Okay, what else? We wanted to go, I think, New Jersey. Was that a recommendation? Yeah, you're welcome, Sean. If I miss your chat message and you like really want me to read it, feel free to type it in chat. Just don't spam it. San Diego. We'll do San Diego. Whoever recommended New Jersey, mention the city again. San Diego, California, United States. All right. Front-end engineer. Junior front-end developer. Let's go. Okay. Full stack software engineer, front-end developer via touch. We'll do 2. Yeah, we're just aiming for local positions, Fonzie. We did screen that out. All right. Let's see. Minimum 2 years. Yep, that's fine. It's junior level. You got to keep in mind, like, people see junior and they're like, 2 years. Yes. You're still a junior for a while. You're still a junior for a while. 2 years is completely normal to still be a junior. Good knowledge in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, experience with version control. Good. This is a good entry-level position. Deep knowledge of Adobe Suite and deep. Okay. what is this position? Front end. Okay, relax. For entry level, like deep now, like exposure to or familiarity to, sure. But fuck off with this deep knowledge. All right, ability to quickly learn new technologies and tools, fluent in spoken, written English, experience with end-to-end release, blah, 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 a lot of filler. To translate designs. Yeah, this is a pretty normal posting for entry level. I like it. What do they pay? Do they mention? No. Hold on. Create wireframes, storyboards, sitemaps. How big is this? Are you serious? 201 to 500 employees and you're doing design work? Are you kidding me? Optimize Okay, this feels a little unrealistic, but if there are any designers that are transitioning into becoming front-end developers, I actually think this is a really good entry-level position for you. Really? Like, I could even scrap together a wireframe or a storyboard or a sitemap. I can figure that shit out. But a high-fidelity UI assets? Julio, you're applying. Okay. That's what your wife does for a job? Really? I mean, you get these hybrid, and thank you, Jessa. You get these hybrid positions that they're really unique. Like, it's easy to be competitive for these positions when you find this blend. When you keep in mind, so if you're a designer and you're aiming to be a front-end developer, or you just are also learning design and you get these like hybrid positions that are like front-end developer, but like if you're good with design, we want you, right? Those are good positions for you to be competitive with, which is the strength of applying to positions where you are very interested and you've spent a little extra time outside to learn and fill in this niche role. You're going to be very competitive because most people are just going to apply that have nothing to do with design, right? You want to try to find positions like this, and this type of position is worth submitting that cover letter to. This type of position is worth tailoring it, not just submitting a templated, but you do a little company research, you figure out what the hell they care about, which direction they're moving in, right? What problems they're trying to fix and their team, but like you can have a tailored cover letter to translate your experience and also a good cultural fit. This is worth writing a unique cover letter for. And then when you apply, you reach out to someone on the team. Like we've talked about this in the past, but This is a position where you put effort into. I get it when you're just doing a spray and pray. I get it. There's a very small chance that you're going to be competitive in that fashion, but you never know. If you only have a certain amount of time, I get doing a little spray and pray in your job search. But when you encounter positions like this, I want to really stress this, put your full effort into it. Yeah, we could look up some backend too, Mark. But it's same with your industry. If you've come from healthcare and now you're applying for positions, developer positions in healthcare, you understand the users, you understand the medical staff, or you understand the patients, whomever is going to be the user of the applications that you're building, whomever is going to be the person in which you're solving their problems. That's a position you invest time into. Desired skills and experience. Oh, these are nice to haves. What? Must haves. Okay, you are great at what it takes. Is this must have what I'm great at? What it takes must. Okay, so these don't sound like must haves. These are probably a bonus. I would say put this down here. This is a weird categorization. But anyways, I think this is a legit entry-level position. I do. I think that's probably a good company to work for, potentially. All right, Via Touch Media. Let's go. That's going to be fun. HTML5, jQuery, CSS-driven layouts. Okay. What does it mean, driven? What do you mean by driven layouts? Ajax. Okay. So probably no React. Proficient in Linux. Front-end developer. Okay. I mean, you might get a MacBook, and just being able to navigate through the command line could be helpful. WebSockets. Cool. No. Okay, so these are nice to haves. C#.net. What the fuck? Are you serious? Okay, I think it's more... What's the back end of this position? Object-oriented programming principles. Is C# an object-oriented language? I don't think Python is. I haven't even looked at Python in the recent past, but I don't think Python is, right? And I think C# is. Am I wrong about that? Because I feel like I want to know the backend language of this. Like Node.js, definitely not. Raspberry Pi familiarity. What the hell is this position? Why? Okay, I missed this. I'm sorry. Okay. Are you looking to be challenged and are a talented senior web developer with experience in HTML5, JavaScript, and React? I wonder... Listen, this is kind of a conspiracy. I wonder if recruiters are so sick of dealing with the bullshit of entry-level developers that lie about their resumes, and they gotta sift through that. And then all of them kind of, not all, just like a chunk of them gathered together and said, hey, you know what? Let's flood the market with just obnoxious job postings that have nothing to do with the job. We're going to mislead them. We're going to trick all these entry-level developers into thinking, yeah, we got these positions in this company for you. Go ahead and apply. Entry-level. And then now we expect a senior web developer. Do you think there are any recruiters that troll? That just get tired of dealing with entry-level developers that just troll? I feel like that could be a thing. I don't know if they're going to get caught or anything like that, but I feel like I'm just going down a conspiracy theory. Okay, so C# is object-oriented programming. Gotcha. I have this feeling, I'm surprised they listed it down here, but I have this feeling, I don't know if WebSockets is a thing with C#. But I have a feeling the main language is probably an object-oriented programming language. I'm just assuming C#. I think UX, UI would be... I actually do too, Jessa. I do too. Can also be used for front end. What specifically can be used for front end? Python is also object-oriented programming? Really? Huh, okay. I never code in Python. Oh, shoot, I have the wrong chat open. I'm sorry, I'm missing some chat, guys. I had the wrong chat open. The never-ending list for entry-level position, the CEO has half of those qualities. The CEO isn't gonna have... What are you talking about? The CEO is not gonna have these qualities. Where is this expectation coming from that a CEO needs technical qualities? What? In 20 years, they're gonna wonder why they can't find anyone? Well, I think companies are kind of... Well, the thing is, I think companies are actually finding a lot of people. It's just a buyer's market for companies, not applicants right now. Applicants had, like if I was applying a year and a half ago, it was a buyer market for me and everyone else applying. But it's definitely tightened up, and that will fluctuate. That pendulum will swing. We're in a rough time right now. That pendulum will swing, though. We could do outside the US down the road. Oh, the previous one? Oh, gotcha, Professor. Okay. Gotcha. CEO writing HTML. Yeah, no. Don't. Listen, I don't want any CEO writing my HTML. Don't do it. I'm going to have to debug it down the road. And if I get blamed, I'm going to be irritated because you push something up. I've had certain staff push some stuff up, and we've had to lock that down a bit. That had no business pushing stuff into our repository. There's just sometimes I've literally had a technical product guy. I was so irritated. I had a technical product. So all of a sudden I'm sitting at my desk and I'm getting DMs about my part of the app being down. It was a big bug. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? And I remember I'm digging into it, and I finally find this code that's been pushed in. It's my code. I'm like, wait, I just wrote this. It's not finished. I didn't push this up. I didn't commit this. How the hell did this get in my code base? Or in the production code base? And come to find out that the technical product guy, he just pushed it. He just said, fuck it, YOLO, and literally pushed my buggy, unfinished code into production database. I please, for the love of God, anyone that's not responsible for the features pushed out, product, UX, CEOs, I don't care who it is, please let the engineers push it out, or at the very least, let QA push it forward. Because there are companies, there are teams where that crap happens, and I've only encountered it once, but I've heard horror stories. And then, I took all the blame for a little bit, and then we narrowed it down, and he got told, back off. That was the wrong thing to do. But still, that actually is a thing that can happen. There's a balance. There's truly a balance in setting boundaries with what you own, and also taking ownership when you fuck up, when it's your fault, taking true ownership in what you fucked up. But sometimes you get really weird, wacky teams. Sometimes it's a little bit more often in startups than larger companies that have a better process. Yeah, I was irritated. I was definitely irritated, Sean. But it got resolved. But I'm able to talk about it and laugh about it now. Synathesia, welcome. All right. What else? I think that's it for this position. What other cities should we do? We can do... Let's do a back-end developer in a city. What do you guys want to look at? Back-end developer in a random city. Go ahead and type the city out in chat. Glad to catch you live. Been binging a lot of your interviews with others lately. That's awesome. Hopefully it's been helpful for you. New York City. Nashville. What else? Nashville, have we checked out? We could check out New York City too. Oh, it is a little delayed on YouTube. That's right. I forgot to adjust it. I did forget to adjust that. Jersey City? Oh, I did want to check out Jersey City. Okay, hold on. Jersey City, New Jersey, United States. All right, let's check it out. Software engineer, full stack, private capital markets, 90 to 115, 150. That's a big range. New York City, Summit, New Jersey. Are there back end? Let's do like software engineer in New Jersey, maybe. Jersey City, New York, New York, New York, New York. Jersey City, systems. No, I'm not gonna be super knowledgeable with systems engineer. Manhattan. Oh, I'm trying to find Jersey for backend. New York. Let's look at backend in New York. Junior Windows. Oh, Epic. No. We're skipping the fuck out of that one. All right, software engineer. TaxBit, security engineer, front-end developer in New York. Okay. Systems engineer, cloud security engineer, DevOps engineer. We'll go software engineer front end, I guess. Site reliability systems, not my cup of tea. I just don't have the knowledge to go through those apps. Software engineer new grad in Clifton, New Jersey. We'll look at that one. And then we could do a couple of job postings outside the US as well. We'll swap around. What's up, Dre? All right, apply computer science engineering. So this one is new grad. Closely with cross-functional members, support, life cycle, develop, test. Over 45 codes. What's up? Welcome. Participate in peer reviews, identify, track, and repair, utilize a variety of software languages. A variety? Okay. Of software for the target application. This seems like agency work. Bachelor's degree in computer science, GPA. Yeah, this seems like a new grad position, like a legitimate new grad position. Okay, seems very CS friendly. Dre, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Welcome. I don't. There's not much to say about this. This seems favorable to new CS grads. They probably prefer CS grads, to be honest. Yeah, there's nothing more to say about that. Apply if you're a new grad. On-site in New York City. Oh, Clifton, New Jersey. Whoops. All right, what else? Check out the... We could do UK. Minneapolis. They better pay about 300,000. No, you don't need that much, Robert. Not 300,000, no. I would say like 100. Like if you're living in Manhattan, keep in mind you don't have to live downtown in Manhattan. Manhattan's ridiculous, and I think that's what you're getting at. But like, I think you're gonna be able to live okay. Probably in a studio apartment maybe, but you can live downtown Manhattan for like 125,000 salary if you're like really saving a lot of money. I feel like that's the minimum I would go to ever live in Manhattan, and it's probably going to be you're probably going to be living in a box. Am I way off on that? The software engineer front-end role is for someone who's excited about crafting elegant user interfaces and improving the overall experience for users. Crafting, okay. Architect efficient, reusable front-end systems. Okay. Knowledge of GraphQL, okay. Science of engineering or degree preferred. You can still apply. Experience with server-side rendering techniques and work in test-driven development. Okay, so they're gonna probably favor, like if you've written tests for your personal projects, that's gonna be good. Jira or other project tracking software. I think they just, like again, just Trello, put some stuff in tickets and manage it that way. Bachelor's, 1 to 3 years of experience minimum. Like, again, toss this word out, 1 to 3 years apply to this position. Write clean, performant JS code. A deep understanding of cross-browser deficiencies, JS performance. So, okay. JS performance trade-offs. Are they managing big data? Do they have a like very large application? Profiling and debugging tools. So they probably have had issues potentially with, did they say React? I think a great question is like, hey, I saw the priority of managing performance trade-offs, profiling, and debugging tools. I'd be interested to hear of some of the issues that have come up where efficiency was a real concern. Can you talk about that? That sounds like an interesting problem to solve. If it's interesting. To me, that's interesting. But, yep, experience with React, Webpack. I think you're going to be profiling React. They might have like a very large application. Proven ability to work as part of a team, blah, blah, blah. Minimal supervision. You are interested in growing your skills. You have CSS skills. Okay. The fact that they specified this, I wonder if they're getting a lot of JavaScript-heavy people coding bootcamp grads that have very little CSS skills. So, if you love CSS, this might be a position to apply to. But this is entry-level friendly for sure. Casual dress. Yeah, I ain't dressing up in a suit for, or like heavy business for a dev position. It's just like, I get it. Maybe I feel I'm entitled, or I don't think you should put the stipulation on yourself, but I think experienced software engineers, like if you don't want to dress up in even business casual, there are a lot of dev positions that'll have you that don't require it. Now, if it's like a heavy client-facing company where they're having clients come in, because I've had it where we've had cubicles and just kind of like an open office, and sometimes clients will come in. So, you know, food and stuff scattered on the desk doesn't look good. So they want at least like there's a pathway into a conference room where they will strategically position some of the cleanest people along that pathway to make the company look good. I get that. But if you're going to stuff me at the other side of the office, I'm not dressing up in a suit. Maybe I'm entitled. I don't know. I think I'm just done with dress clothes. I think I'm just done with it. I'll do business casual for the interview, but yeah. All right. Unlimited snacks, generous PTO. All right, cool. I mean, seems like an entry-level friendly position. It does. If you can get remote work, go for it. New York, rough. You got to pay some of the highest in state tax. And they have a unique New York City tax just to be in the city? Really? I heard there was a massive transition of people, like empty apartments, and even companies losing some employees, of just a massive transition outside of New York City. I heard a lot of people ran from New York City over the past few years. J-Ray, should you apply for jobs if it says degree and you went to a boot camp? If it's like, I would still apply to that position, given that it's not looking for over 3 years of professional experience. Yeah, with the food all over the table. Hey, listen, software engineers aren't the cleanest people. I'm just saying, I bet there is one person in this chat that probably has a messy office or desk, that might not shower every day, that might not comb their hair. Me, I never comb my hair. That's one thing I don't do. Can you honestly say there aren't a chunk of people in this chat right now, aspiring developers that have the personality of developers, that might not be the cleanest people? Might not be the most organized people? Maybe with our code, we're organized. Messy desktop for the win. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you, Akoi. How much salary? I'd have to dig into average salaries for New York City specifically. Yeah, you're welcome, J-Ray. You think applying for jobs in different countries and out of state for remote work, you think? You're going to have to reword that question. What did you just ask? You think applying? Yeah, reword that question. Do you think, do you know how possible it is to find a remote job with a U.S. company working from Europe? I am not the person to ask for out of country. Even when we go into the UK, like, all my advice is based on the US. You have to take my advice if you're outside of the US with a grain of salt. I am not a great source of advice for people that are trying to apply to the US outside of the US. I'm definitely not a great resource for that. We call it organized chaos. Really? I don't think so. I think you're just stacking a word that makes it sound a little bit better that you don't even believe, Sean. That's what I think. My desk is messy right now. Thank you. Yeah. Do you think it's optimal to apply for jobs in different countries and out of state for remote? It's not optimal. No. In person, for sure. On site, that's optimal. You could still get remote positions, right? The culture in tech has at least pushed a little bit forward to being more open to remote and hybrid positions, but is it optimal? No. What's up, Ismail? I'm doing pretty good, yeah. You can request a coding bootcamp review, J Ray, if you go into my, I don't think I have a link in my Twitch panels, but you can go to my YouTube videos and there's a form link to request it. All right, let's go UK. Let's go UK. And then I'll ask for suggestions again, but I'm gonna put like, we'll go back to front end. Well, you know what? We didn't even find any backend developers. Let's go backend developer UK. I guess we'll just do a LinkedIn stream. No, United Kingdom. All right. Front end developer. Okay. Junior. Where the hell is this? This isn't, oh yeah, let's go like London. Okay, new job in London. Front end developer, same thing. React developer, sure. Node.js developer, let's go. Okay. All right, here we go. Tuesdays and Fridays in office for London-based people, so it sounds like it's fully remote. For EU-based, okay. Front-end developer. Decision-making when choosing your travel accommodation. You should be a competent front-end developer. Wait, what was this? Oh, that's the product. Okay, you should be a competent front-end developer who enjoys working with TypeScript and React, as well as wanting to self-develop. Okay, as a front-end developer, you will get a lot of responsibility and work on super interesting projects. Luxury hospitality. If you have previous experience working hospitality, this is definitely a job you should apply to as a developer. 2 to 3 years experience with modern front-end framework, 1 to 2 years performance optimization. I would be curious what problems they've encountered or you're going to be facing with this. This is a good question to ask in the interview. But yeah, this is a position to apply to as entry level. Worked on core applications using APIs, exposed to complex business rules on the client side. Sounds like a fairly pure front-end position. Solid testing, so if you're writing tests for your personal projects, that's a benefit. TypeScript, that's a benefit. Previous experience with e-commerce or large well-known companies that have high traffic consumer-facing projects. That will be for professional developers. They probably want you to have experience with a lot of traffic going through your app, so that's why they probably face problems with the app being a little bit slower. Maybe they have some giant bundle they're trying to break down. Yeah, but this is entry-level friendly. I like it. What else? Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. We're an hour in, and I already have to pee. So, we are going to take a 3-minute bathroom break. This is your only chance to go to the bathroom. No bathroom breaks are permitted when I get back. You have 3 minutes. We are strict about this here. Just to start banning people that don't respect this rule. 3 minutes. We're going to come back, and then we're going to dive into these 2 UK positions, and then we'll go over some other positions. All right, I'll be right back. Yo! All right. Everyone, get done with their business in time. I bet you've never joined a live stream where that is an expectation. Don't have to deal with LinkedIn anymore. All right. People took me seriously. Good. What's up, Kelly? So this will be made public on LinkedIn. LinkedIn afterwards is the only place that you'll be able to find it. I don't know if I'm going to release it publicly on YouTube, but LinkedIn, I'm going to keep it public for about 7 days. Never went away. All right, that was your chance. 8Koi, that was your chance. What's up, Anthony? We've only done LinkedIn. I think we're just going to stick with LinkedIn for a while. All right, so, hey, I got one question that we're going to go ahead and get started. So, this is going to be a 1 or 2 in chat. One, if you feel like when you look up developer positions, you're able to find positions that you're at least fairly qualified for, that you think you stand a chance at getting. 1 in chat if you can find positions like that. 2 in chat if you feel hopeless and you feel like those positions aren't available to you. They're out of reach and just no company wants to hire developers. So 1 in chat if you feel like, you're finding some positions that you feel like you're qualified for, like, 3 years or under, they feel entry-level friendly. 1 in chat. 2, you're just fucked. Or you feel that way. $1.5 is not an option. A lot of 1s. 1 sometimes. 2, I feel qualified, and then it'll say 5+ years experience. Okay. A lot of 1s. Okay. Good. A lot more than I thought. Okay. 1.25. Okay. You guys are just fucking with me now. We're moving on. All right. So it seems like majority of people are able to find these positions. I think it does take a little bit longer, and I think it's actually worth the time to search for these positions that you feel like kind of 2 is not an option, Robert. So I think if you invest a little bit of time looking for remote positions, you are more qualified. Companies are going to be at least more open to considering bringing you on if you're a very good cultural fit and show very good potential, right? But also, it helps when your old industry aligns. It helps when your stack aligns. It helps when a lot of things align. All right, cool. Let's go. React developer, London, England, V7. V7 is an online platform for annotation. I don't care. As a React developer, you will be developing our product's front end. Cool. Conversational model developed by V7 to help teams at V7. Oh, that sounds cool. You are proficient with working alongside design tools. I wonder if building tutorials and teaching would translate into being a benefit for this. Alongside design tools like Figma, as well as front-end development for the web and mobile platforms and mobile. Okay, so React Native. You have experience with React or similar toolkits and a proven record of working with highly interactive web platform. Okay, come on. Really? It sounded okay. A basic understanding of what deep learning is. Okay, an understanding, got it, and a keen interest in AI. So if you're building an AI, like you link up to OpenAI, and you just connect to their API and you build some features. We did that. We hosted a hackathon that was AI focused, and some cool apps came out of it. I hope they continued building on those apps, but that's going to be pretty desired in a position like this. But 5 years or more of hands-on front-end experience with reactive frameworks, ideally using React. I think if you have a heavy AI feature in your project, you're connecting with something like OpenAI, and that drives your application. I would argue that they might consider like non-professional experience to take a chunk off of this. I think an interest and knowledge in this and overcoming problems within building AI features can help. And I feel like even entry-level developers that have really gotten a good solid foundation, fascinated with AI, it's driven in all of their projects, I think you could be competitive potentially for this type of position, and I think it's worth applying. But you better have a damn good cover letter to make up for this. Again, we're just coming into LinkedIn. I'm going to say it multiple times. LinkedIn doesn't have a good filter for entry-level positions. A lot of companies just plop their position in entry-level. They might not consider it an entry-level, but either LinkedIn fucked up or this company is lazy as hell. This recruiter is lazy as hell and has not chosen entry-level for this position. But yeah, given the scenario that I said, given the right type of person, that might be an okay fit for that to get through the interview process, and you can impress them there. Do you think they say 5 years or more experience to kind of weed out the masses? That is a thing, yes. But aren't really policing that depending on other skills. That is 100% a thing, Jessa. I don't know like what percentage of companies do that, but that is 100% a thing. Yes. Okay. Node.js developer. Maintaining software to facilitate sports trading and efficient operations. This can range from applying statistical models, creating APIs, integrating cloud infrastructure, and building UIs. Engineers are what make the business work and deal with challenges in all parts of the business from day to day, build and maintain RESTful APIs. Okay, so, you know, not GraphQL, RESTful APIs. Apply statistical models to operational infrastructure. Writing scripts. Having a finance background, maybe? Like an analytics background could be helpful. Just being able to summarize large amounts of data, aggregate large amounts of data could be helpful, but like it says statistical. So having classes in your college, like, or if you're just fascinated with stats, I guess. But yeah, this seems like someone that would come from like maybe a computer science background that like, how much does a computer science, first of all, this song is amazing. Secondly, how much does a computer science background focus on stats? It's more algebra and calculus, right? It's not stats, or am I like way off with that? That's also a thing, Fonzie. One year experience in a professional tech environment. You can get a degree with a concentration in stats, but can you get a computer science degree with a concentration in stats? Data science is more for this position. Yes. Yeah. Having a focus on that, getting into dev work could be a perfect mix for it. It's so good. It's worth it, Billy. This song's really good. All right, so 1 year of experience in a professional tech environment. Okay, excellent written and spoken English. So internships could be good. really any tech experience. Like, I would argue working in a product, like, this is where, like, if you're QA, that's fantastic. You could transfer over into a position like this potentially. Like, just working on a product and understanding the entire flow of pushing out features, I think, can be very helpful and beneficial, and it'll translate over into this position. English, Node.js, and cloud infrastructure. Boom, boom, boom. This right here. Not Heroku. Everyone coming out of a coding bootcamp that thinks setting something up with Heroku or Next.js, you are not going to have the experience for backend positions. Get the hell out of the easy setups. Get a cloud setup, whether it's AWS, whether it's Google Cloud. Get a cloud setup for one of your applications to show that you can figure this shit out. Willingness to learn and adapt to new environments. I wonder if there's like a certain limit of cussing on LinkedIn where they just cut off my live stream. Very curious about that. Passion for solving complex problems using technology. Pension plan, got it, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it seems like a legitimate backend position. This is like very entry-level friendly, it feels like. Just give me 10 seconds with the song. So good. I swear, every time it comes on, it makes me feel so good. I don't know what it is about this song. And then, you know, the main part goes away and then we can continue again. All right, what else? What other cities? You took one stats class? Okay. UCSB/CS has 2 to 3 P-stat classes. Had one course in it. Doesn't sound like it has a focus in stats. So yeah, Andrew, like you said, it might be a little bit more data science focused, or at least an interest in that. Remember, as a developer, it doesn't stop going this like cookie cutter traditional model. You know what I mean? Like, if you're interested in stats, if you're interested in CSS animations, if you're interested in building a game with Canvas, if you're interested in, like, if you just want to say, you know what, Don, I know you told me to learn RESTful APIs for backend positions, but I'm fascinated with GraphQL. Like, I have this GraphQL layer down. It was difficult, but I just wanted to learn it. I love this way of communicating to the front end, right? If you want to do that, explore that curiosity, then when these like niche positions come up, you are incredibly competitive for that type of position. Miami, Australia, Detroit, Seattle, or Portland, we have not. Raleigh, Birmingham, Alabama. Danny Black, I'm just, for the hell of it, I'm gonna see if we can find a single position there. And I will do this for you. We're gonna put software engineer. And just try to find one. Our goal is to find one position in Birmingham, Alabama. Alabama. Okay. Wow. Okay. We got 2 integrations. We'll look up one. Okay. Not Epic. Nope. So Kratos, defense and security solutions. All right. What else? Let's look up front-end developer again. We can go, we looked at Miami before. Seattle and Portland, I think we've looked up those cities before. Let's do Detroit. And then we can do a smaller big city. Detroit, Michigan. Yo, get the fuck out of here, Dice. Epic, no. No. Get out of here. Okay, front-end developer in Dearborn, Michigan. Detroit, hold on. Web developer advertising agency. Diverse link. Get the... Stop spamming this. Okay. Not a lot. Cool. All right. Birmingham, Alabama. Software engineer. Vatican City? We can look up Vatican City. Collaborate, work closely, perform other duties, MS degree in computer science. What the hell are you building? Develop enhanced image process algorithms for computer vision applications. Okay. Expand existing software to meet. Okay. Create scalable automated solutions. Developing new. Okay. Expand existing software to meet. Oh, no. Develop enhanced image. I just want to read this again. Develop enhanced image processing algorithms. This does not sound entry-level friendly. Minimum 3 years of hands-on experience with C++ or C#. Multi-thread, asynchronous, object-oriented design. It's definitely like computer science heavy focused. I would argue like a bachelor's would probably want to apply to this, but like coding bootcamp, probably not. I'd be very surprised that they would take you seriously. Yeah, software architecture experience. This does not feel entry level, or it's like heavy computer science. All right, moving on. If you are entry level, for most of you, I don't even think that's worth your time. What else? Web developer advertising agency in Detroit, Michigan. Agency work. Okay. Wait. As one of the largest advertising agencies in Indiana. Okay. I'm not reading all this. Technical feasibility seems legit. Cross-browser, CSS. Maintain software documentation, all pretty standard. Maintain a library of UI components, all pretty standard. 3 to 5 plus years of web development experience. They're probably looking for mid, like 3+. It's like they might not take you seriously, but it might still be worth applying if you tick a lot of the boxes. But 3 to 5 plus years, they're probably looking for mid-level and up. Deep expertise of HTML, blah, blah, blah. Server-side frameworks. This is web developer. Okay. Basic knowledge of SEO, database systems such as SQL or Oracle. Seems like a full-stack position. Applied experience with design tools. Okay. Applied experience. What do you mean applied experience? Like, you didn't learn it, you used it on the job? You didn't. I think it's just like you didn't just look it up, you used it. Google Analytics, Google Tech. Yeah, this is not entry-level friendly. Nope. That's a waste of time. Don't apply to that. Okay, cool. What else? Worst city for what exactly? Gary, Indiana might... It's not a very safe city, that's for sure. You want me to do Gary? Okay. Gary, Indiana. This is a city that people in Indiana tend to avoid if you can. Chicago. Dice. Is there anything in Gary? Let's do like front-end developer. Chicago. They might just list it in Chicago. And it might be located in Gary. It's a common thing to do. I don't know what to look up. There's nothing in Gary. Okay. Cool. What else? Washington, D.C. Let me see some of the other ones. Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City. All right, so what we're going to do, we'll probably go for another 10 or so minutes, and we'll look up maybe 1 or 2 more cities. And then we can answer questions if you guys have them. We'll do like a short Q&A session. Let me check one thing. All right, let's go. Okay, Draper, Utah. Salt Lake City, Utah. Full stack web developer on site. Let me see a front end position. Front end developer at Place. Okay. Yeah, Q&As are fun. Epic and Dice. I had a full stack academy instructor tell me to stay away from Epic. And I think what he was hinting towards, or what he told me, it was a long time ago, is it's not like a traditional software engineering experience. It kind of just sounded like more of a placement type of position where it might place you with different companies. I could be totally wrong about that. But when you tend to see like Epic and Dice on every single location and they're just spamming it, typically you'll find kind of like some sort of contract, longer contract where it's like on the job training, and you might get stuck with like really, really shitty positions. Like you would get something like Reviture. It feels like a Reviture type deal, and it might not be, but I've gotten this general feeling when you see it spammed on every single city and it's like at the top of your queue, it feels more like this weird hybrid training and contract placement type position. Now, if anyone has worked at these companies, feel free to correct me, but I've just heard bad things about both. Is consulting for healthcare systems. Got it. So, is it agency type work? You'll get some of that with the agency type work. Oh, Epic is a software used for medical documentation. So it's a product-based role. IT kind of work. Oh, it's not tradition. I get this feeling. Okay, now that you say that, Anthony, it was more the feeling that you might not land a traditional software engineering role, and it was misleading in that respect. Because I remember the instructor just completely trashing Epic in that regard. Yeah, Epic definitely gave me the Reviture type vibes, because I remember looking into it a while back. Helping clients use it, yeah, that sounds like a very misleading position. Yeah, Epic Games way different. Epic Games, we're not talking about Epic Games. I think that's probably more of a dream job if you like Epic Games. All right, what else? Bachelor's degree plus 5 or more relevant experience. All right, we're just going to the next application, giving us the middle finger. We're going to read through it a little bit. Proficiency in SQL, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, .NET. Oh, hold on. Okay, so C++, JavaScript for front end, NetBeans. What the hell is NetBeans? Please don't take me to a porn site. NetBeans. Oh, IDE. Okay. Whew. Apache NetBeans is much more than a text editor. I have VS Code. I'm good. Thank you. Visual Studio Code. Yep. This is what I'd be using. All right. So, ability to access U.S. export controlled information. So, some sort of clearance. Okay. Yeah, Anthony, thank you for clearing that up. I do appreciate that. Experience with PLCs. Wow. Okay. PLC? C++. Got it. A little bit more low level. All right. C++ is pretty old school. C# as well. All right. Proficiency in all. Is proficiency in C++ and C#? I don't think that's super common. Is it? They're fairly different languages. I don't think it's common to expect proficiency in C++ and C#. What's up, Yang? F#? I don't know. Yeah, that's an extra requirement. What is this? Bachelor's degree plus 5 years. I don't think this is relevant to us. We're just gonna click this X button right here. And to that company, good luck hiring for it. Yeah, gee. Like, I haven't learned C# or C++, but I've looked at streamers that were coding in it. It looked very different. Tom wrote it? Who's Tom? They won it all. All right, next. Front-end developer place. By the way, type some cities in chat. We'll do one more city, and I'll look at the most common city we get. So if you want me to look at developer jobs and a city, type it in chat, and we will do one more after this. 3+ years. Hold on. Oh, I thought it's like what you're great at, CTO and engineering leader. Okay, place is an end-to-end technology and agency work. Wait, is it end-to-end tech? Well, not necessarily. End-to-end technology business services platform. Okay, designed to simplify the real estate life cycle for both consumers and their real estate agents. So I think it's a product. Real estate partners with place. Solve interesting engineering problems. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Deliver projects of all sizes. Tells me nothing. Write automated tests. So writing tests, good. Evaluate, or good if you write tests for your projects. Evaluate end-to-end initiatives. Scalability, complexity, quality, security. That might... I mean, it's kind of like fairly templated, standard. Assess technical debt and recommend how to reduce it. Mentor junior. Okay. This probably doesn't belong in the entry level. Wait, hold on. I've never seen this. Additionally, they are eligible to enroll in the following voluntary benefits. STD. What does this mean? Has anyone else seen this before? Like, what? You get a benefit for admitting to your company that you have a sexually transmitted disease. Is that... Am I reading that correctly? Florida? No, Utah. Oh, just... Okay. Thank you. Short-term disability. Is it just me? Or should they expand on this instead of using the abbreviation? Like, am I just way out of pocket? I don't think I'm that out of pocket. I think my confusion is reasonable. Maybe type out... No, it's not just you. Okay. Maybe type it out next time. Yeah, I think everyone has a good idea of, like, when they see capital STD, what it usually means. And I'm not going to say the company. I'm not trying to leak shit when I have applied to positions in the past. But I've been asked on my application before if I have HIV, if I'm a homosexual, and if I have any other severe medical diseases that the company should be aware of so they can help me. I feel like 5 to 7 years ago, we'll just say 5 years ago, companies didn't dig into that personal of details. Is that like is that a common thing? I don't know. I want to emphasize, I do think companies dig into personal details a little bit too much in some of their applications. And I don't... If you feel uncomfortable sharing something, just don't fill it out. You don't want to work at a company that would ever reject you for something like that. And I feel like sometimes companies dig in a little bit too much. I've not been asked any of those. That's not right. I'm talking about a company in Chicago. I don't know if it's legal or not in Illinois. It'd be illegal in Sweden to ask for most of that for a job interview. Yeah, and like, that's what I did. Because that's like, that personal information is none of their business. I'm not filling any of that out. but I shouldn't have to check the box, do not volunteer info. You know what I mean? You hate when they ask for your address? Well, they're just looking for on-site, and they're not willing to pay. I don't think that's unreasonable to ask for your address. They gotta filter a lot of people with remote. Where they just don't want it remote. Anywhere in the EU, massively illegal. That's one thing that EU does, right? Is I do believe they protect employees a lot more in the EU. They definitely protect employees a lot more in a lot of countries in the EU. Yeah, when you hire according to Orient, that's what it feels like. It feels very discriminatory. And there are just going to be people that like have shared with me. They kind of feel uncomfortable when those questions come up. It's like, why is it any of your fucking business? Like, hire me for my merit. Just hire me for my merit and what I can do in the job. It's so weird. Okay. Yep. Not entry level. Yep. 110, 140. Probably not going to be realistic for entry level in Salt Lake City. All right. What cities did you recommend? We'll look up one city, one area, or one job posting, and then we'll jump into Q&A. We'll do like a 20-minute Q&A. Oh, Tom from MySpace? Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Jessa. Got Boise, Orlando, Charlotte, New Connecticut, St. Louis, DC area. Did we get any others? Orlando. We can do Charlotte. A couple people recommended Charlotte. Charlotte, North Carolina, United States. It's Charlotte, North Carolina, not Charlotte, New Connecticut, right? Yeah, North Carolina. All right, yeah, let's look. All right, what else? Drupal. Oh, we'll do two. We'll do a Drupal one. Infosys is another company I tend to avoid looking up. Versus links. Give me Charlotte, Verdact, Infotech. Infotech sounds like agency work. I'm tired of looking at it. Tech Ninjas. I think that is agency work or something similar. Global Information. Holy shit. How do you get to product-based positions? Motion Recruitment Partners. LLC. Let's do this. All right. Let's go. Drupal front-end developer. PHP. This is not going to pay anything. 4+ years of experience using Drupal, 8 or above, 4 years theme development, 4 years experience developing with PHP. Awesome. Okay, not an entry-level position, so that one was quick. What else? Pay 69. There's no way this is entry level. Lead complex technology. Okay. Hold on. Hourly to salary. Hourly to salary. Let me just take a little look here. We're going to go ahead and convert $78. 78. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So 162,000. I just want to take a look at a requirement that I saw. 8 years. 8+ years of UI development experience using Angular. Okay. You broke son of a bitch trying to rip off UI developers with 8 years, 8+ years of UI development experience. Fuck you. UI developers deserve a lot more than that, but that maybe I'm just way off. I just closed it because it's not entry level. But like 8 years, 160. That's the max. That was the max we looked up. Yeah. All right, we're done. Great job search. Great job search. A lot of interesting jobs. I don't know how many entry-level developer jobs that we found. in our year and a half. What's up, rookie behavior? But I understand that it's tough out there. I do understand. We'll go ahead and go to full screen, right? Full screen. There we go. What's up? I understand that it is tough out there, but I want to point out two things. Two things. One, LinkedIn is a platform where you're probably going to need... we could probably expand it a little bit, right? The chat. Full chat box. Height? Do we have to refresh it? Hold on. Let me make you a little bit bigger. Height, we're going to do like 800. Okay. Bring you up just a little bit. There we go. There you guys are. What's up? Everyone say hey. Wave. Anyways, LinkedIn, I think a lot of companies will just apply or put their job posting on LinkedIn, but they don't apply the entry-level filter. So you're going to have to navigate through a lot of BS on LinkedIn. That's one thing to just point out specifically with a con of this job board. It's a pain in the butt to navigate through. And two, these job postings are for the ideal candidate, right? You have to realize you're not going to meet all the requirements most likely. If a job says 3 years or under of experience, and especially if you align, like if it's closer towards the 3 years, but like, you know, the stack and there's like some unique thing that like you match with, like, you know, healthcare industry going into healthcare dev position, like that's where you apply to 3 years, where you can stand a chance and it's worth your time. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll go over different job boards next time we do this, but LinkedIn's a little funky like that. All right, so anyone that does have questions... By the way, did you guys enjoy that? Did you find it helpful? I kind of roast some job postings a little bit. I try to have fun with it, but I do try to provide some sort of tangible advice, you know, sprinkled within the live stream. What's up, Jacqueline? Michael, what's up? Just noticed you in chat. It has been a while. How have you been, man? Looking doom. Again, LinkedIn. Different job boards are going to have their different pros and cons. LinkedIn is just everything's...
Listen.
Just want to show support, my guy. Thanks for your help and channel for helping all us on our journeys of coding.
It's your boy. You scared the shit out of me, but thank you so much for the $10 donation. Yo, thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate the support. Okay, so you guys liked it. Got a donation, so maybe it was pretty good. I'm glad it was helpful. But seriously, thank you so much for the support. Yeah, that's awesome. I am still... Why did that scare me so much? I'm a coward. I want to play a horror game on stream during Halloween and just October. How the hell am I going to be able to get through one of those? If that scared me. Oh, thank you, though. It was fun. All right, glad to hear it. Hopefully we have fun with those. Grid as always, loved it. Okay, cool. Love the content. Pole. That's a name I don't recognize. Welcome. The slow fuck you is priceless. Good, glad to hear it. What's up, Elaine? All right, guys. We're going to do a Q&A for maybe 19 minutes or so. What kind of questions? We have a lot of professional software engineers in chat as well. You are welcome to, you know, share your opinion on some of the questions. Some old school people in here. But yeah, what questions you guys have for me? Let's do a 19-minute, 18-minute Q&A about becoming a web developer, career advice, stuff like that. What do you guys got? Yeah, Jacqueline, it's been a minute since you've been here. How have you been? Oh, your rookie behavior. Oh, I do remember you. But Jacqueline, I think, I actually remember Jacqueline. I didn't know you were rookie behavior, though. Okay. Yes to a horror stream? Damn, YouTube's delayed a bit. YouTube is delayed a bit. Yeah, I think it'd be fun to do like an October stream. I like the Phantasm and games like that, where you're kind of just exploring a haunted house. I would be down for something like that. How often should I apply to remote positions? The tech RLM? What? It doesn't have anything good? I mean, yeah, if you're limited, apply to remote positions. You have internship experience, Anthony. I think that's going to go a long way. But yeah, you should be applying. Like, if you don't really have a lot of positions around you, apply for remote for sure. I think internship experience can help. Like, I think just like showing proof that on a tech team, you can keep up with the workload and you can get good recommendations out of it, good references, showing that you can remain productive and excel on the team. Like, that's going to be huge for remote type positions. It's harder to get remote when you're a newer developer because they don't really know how you deal with some of the adversity and challenges in tech. It's a different beast than some other professions. So I think having some sort of proof of concept with that you can handle some of that can be helpful. What should I do to prepare for interviews in general? It's very ambiguous. I appreciate you acknowledging that. But you could like practice soft skills, practice like mock interviews. Don't rush it. There's very little, like if you're practicing the day before, there's very little that you can do. But I think most of the prep is just going to be like project work and building stuff. And then you could practice mock interviews. You can even go to like a meetup. You can go to, or just practice mock interviews with another fellow developer that you met on Discord to get more comfortable with it. If you work with Mac or Linux and the job you get is the opposite from what you're used to, is it terrible switching over or not? I have no idea. I think you'll adjust. I don't think it's terrible. Might take a week. But yeah, I don't think it takes that long. I don't think that's a big concern. I was in your Twitch stream the other day, but it was a drinking stream. So, oh yeah, that was a big drinking stream. Yup. I remember that stream. That's the drinking streams are the streams. I usually make a fool of myself. Maybe once every few months, something like that. Mine is about remote work. Is there stuff out there for juniors? Mine is about, what do you mean mine is about remote work? Is there a remote work out for juniors? Yes, but given the context that I said, I think it's helpful to get some experience. I think you should aim for on-site in your local big city. Be willing to travel if you have to. But is there remote work? Yeah, if you align with a lot of other things, yeah. Is there an advantage to practicing Linux or Mac for a dev position? No. I mean, just getting comfortable with like your Mac command line, if that's what you have, Jessa, I think that's fine. I've heard leak code DSA type problems are less common for smaller companies in the Midwest. More practical coding tests and trivia type stuff is more common. Any thoughts? That might be the case. I think you're going to find less leak code problems in a lot of different companies across the US, especially for front-end positions. But I would argue, like, sometimes people will mislabel a data structures and algorithm type problem that can tell employers potentially how well you're going to do with certain challenges that you're going to be facing. But a lot of it's just like showing your process of how you think through things and not so much can you solve the problem. It depends on the company, but I don't know about it being less common in the Midwest. I don't know about that. Pod PL, welcome. I got a ladder recommendation. I'm sure I can get recommendations. My manager was remote and he spoke highly of me with communication. That's good. Having a manager that's remote is good. That is a really good thing. Yeah, no worries, Jessa. Drinking are fun, especially Chivalry 2. Yep. I love drinking streams. Most of my streams involve me drinking. Oh, okay. Wait, do you live stream while drinking, Jacqueline? I would love to see you make a fool of yourself if that's the case. Jacqueline's been here a while, not active, but she's been around for a while. I would actually hop in for like 10 minutes to watch that. I want a Mac so bad to work on, but they're pricey. Once I get hired, if they work on Mac, it's not worth it. If you're trying to become a developer, it's not a big deal. It really isn't a big deal. Set, an environment up in Windows, that's fine. You could use a service like Code Anywhere if you want, and just set up like a remote environment. It has a remote editor. That's completely fine. You don't have to spend a lot of money. In fact, if you guys don't have a lot of money, I want you to watch this live stream. Let me load it up. Where the hell is it? Mac? Oh, yeah. How I would become a web developer if I was broke. And I talked about utilizing a Chromebook with a third-party editor and server host. I'm gonna type it in chat, but definitely look that up. You don't need a lot of money. You just need to become a good developer. FizzBuzz is still in some small cities in the UK? Damn. I mean, FizzBuzz will weed out a lot of people. I still understand why companies will just do that as the initial test. It will weed out a lot of people, so. Do you think there's already a slow shift in the industry where hiring is getting easier? Not yet. I don't see that. I see people claiming that. I don't see that at scale. It might be, that might be optimism. It depends on what you follow, and essentially a lot of people will base it on certain metrics within the economy. Some people think there's a recession, some people don't think there's a recession. But overall, I get the feeling that there hasn't been enough momentum in a positive direction to show any sort of trend yet. But like I say, eventually things are going to get better. When they're going to get better, I don't know. No one knows, but they will get better eventually. So if you are still aiming for that developer position, don't stop. Keep pushing forward with it. You want to have those skills ready for when the market does get better. And you never know how soon you're going to get a job without that. Bet you would, Don? Yeah. I'd give you shit about it. Because the way you worded that, you made it sound like it was a bad thing that I made a fool of myself. I would love for you to hold your composure drinking and do a very composed stream, and I will make my comment about your stream. But I did not have a lot to eat. I remember that I did not have a lot to eat. I should have ate more, just taken like a 10-minute break and eaten. Just close anything you don't need running. For what exactly? I have to bounce. Nice stream. Thanks, Don. Bye, y'all. All right, take care, Jess. Thanks so much for hanging in there for so long. Drunk leak code next? Yeah. I don't even practice leak code now. Why don't we start out with some like very focused, concentrated streams on leak code and then work our way up to that. If I'm drinking, I can probably drink for about 15 minutes. I try to do like, let's just drink some beer, chill out, not even drink that much. But let's just drink some beer, try to focus on coding. I last about 15 minutes. Then I start browsing YouTube. I start reacting to stuff. I start going back and forth with people, and like it just goes off the rails. Like I am not a developer that can just chill out with a few beers. I lose interest in coding immediately. I'm just like, I just want to talk. I'm very talkative when I'm drinking. What other questions? We have 8 minutes. We're going off on a bit of a tangent, so if you guys do have web dev questions, you are more than welcome to ask. Would love to hear you explain data structures and algorithms. That is something I don't give a shit about unless I need it. I am happy. Here's what I like. I think data structures and algorithms can be really fun if it's relevant to the work that I'm doing. I like learning what I need to solve the problem. I love that. It's fun. I like solving problems. I don't like just doing data structures and algorithms for fun. It's not a hobby of mine. I literally would rather run my tongue along the floor than just do data structures and algorithms for fun. Like, I can't think of anything less fun than just doing it just for the hell of it. But I will actually truly enjoy it, and I can spend a lot of time, weeks and weeks, getting better with it if I'm dealing with a lot of big data. That's how I feel about coding. I literally look at coding like that. It's just a tool to solve a problem. Like the floor, same. To me, coding is just a tool to solve the problem. If I can do a low-code solution to solve a problem, I might. Like, I actually enjoy coding, though, so I don't really dive into low-code solutions, but I don't know. That's just how I look at coding. All right, see you, Anthony. I gotta sneeze. I don't know if I'm gonna sneeze again. Just wanted to say thanks for yesterday's stream. You pointed out semantic HTML was a game changer for how I approach my projects. Yeah, Zima, I'm glad it was helpful. A lot of people don't focus on semantic HTML. It's important. It's difficult to get into. Entry level is difficult to get into. I've gotten an internship that's over now, and it's still hard. Yeah. Don't give up. Good for you, Jacqueline. Have you built any projects since the internship? Yeah, we didn't have any Karens. Like, no one complaining about me being critical about the projects or the resume. I'm actually, like, really surprised. We had, like, no one complaining. People really enjoyed the live stream yesterday. Because usually we get one person that just, like, is blown away by how critical I am and how much I roast people during those live streams. And we had, like, no one. It almost felt, like, empty. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I just do a live stream to trigger a troll. Just so I can, like, weed them out of the community and they speak up, and then boom, I get to ban them. I'll be honest, sometimes I will say things to, like, trigger the trolls out, and boom, ban. So I don't have to, like, wait to ban them. It's got to be relevant or it's mind-numbing. That's a good description for it. It feels mind-numbing, especially to do something that you're supposed to do. Imagine just going through some templated approach and learning everything you're supposed to learn to get a dev job. How do you guys do that? How can you not get curious about coding? How can you not want to do something different than this dry-ass tutorial? I don't know. I don't think I've met, like, I'm not friends with any developers that have, they probably have the grit, but they do not have the interest to go through, like, a year of learning something that they don't enjoy just because it's the most marketable. That sounds boring as hell. I don't know how you, even with, like, I always say, like, don't depend on motivation, but, like, it's okay to have some motivation and get curious. A lot of people, I think, just give up on dev because they don't let themselves be curious and explore things. By the way, I got a lot of feedback on image optimization yesterday. Now my portfolio is 100 times 4 in Longhouse. Gotcha. It's ranking much better. That's awesome. All right, we got 4 minutes left. I'm literally doing DSA for fun. I want to get good at what people hate. Zima, if you like it, keep diving into it. Keep diving into it. Some people love it. I've redesigned my portfolio, built a website for my mom, and hired for some Figma contract work. I have a couple companies interested in me, but they're startups and can't pay yet. Gotcha. So hopefully they're not trying to bring you on full time, you know, a little bit to get experience under your belt. Yeah, it sounds like a lot to navigate, Jacqueline. But it sounds like you have some pieces moving. So they're working on grants to hire. Okay, good for you. You can negotiate that for sure. Good for you, Jacqueline. Don't get me wrong, I hate tutorials, but when you give me Elite Code Code Wars kata, I can sink my teeth into. I enjoy. That's awesome, G. Seriously, like, that's awesome. Like, if that's what you enjoy and people enjoy that just for fun, do it. Dive into it. I think that's a great thing. A lot of people don't enjoy it, though, and I think you can become a developer without diving deep into that. And I think you can have a reasonable way that you solve problems and navigate through and have like a problem solving process. You can develop that through project work. I think it's in your best interest to still do coding challenges, but it doesn't have to be heavy elite code problem for most positions that you're going to be applying towards, right? And by the way, if you haven't already, feel free to join our Discord, free Discord server. Hop in, very junior friendly. I like to roast, I like to roast people on the streams. We do it for fun. It's never, there's no ill will towards it. I don't know. You gotta have a thick skin here, I think. But our Discord is super very friendly and cozy. So feel free to join if you just want to meet some other entry-level developers, pair with them with project work, stuff like that, and just have that kind of community. Question for you, Don. And these entry-level positions, if you apply below the minimum experience required, what kind of things do you say if the interviewer picks up on it? What do you mean picks up on it? It's not like you're lying. I don't think you're you're honest. You're like, yeah, I did see that requirement. I don't quite have that, but here's pretty much what I can do. I notice you're building this type of application, this type of product. I've actually built this. Right, I get that it's not a professional product, but let me show you. Let me walk you through some of the implementation, and it might be, it might be what you're looking for. You'll see that it might translate over, or I really love what your company does. I'm a man, I'm a woman that has these values. I love what your culture is about. I can see myself really sticking out, or not sticking out, but really. Sorry, got distracted. I can really see myself seeing this as a long-term career, and asking questions about the companies love when you start asking questions about what is the upgrade process, what is the promotional process, what do you have that ironed out? That's fantastic. That kind of shows you're curious about the longevity in the company. They want to potentially hire someone that is trying to stay there long-term because they're investing in you, right? But it's about where you can connect in other ways, how close you are with the stack. It's pointing out things that help alleviate their concern that, you're not going to be a long-term fit, or you're not going to hit the ground running. It's showcasing that, and how you navigate that conversation is just dependent on how that conversation is going, Whew. All right, we're going to be doing a live Q&A, much longer one tomorrow. You will have a chance to ask me more questions. We'll just chill, hang out. Before I forget, seriously, everyone, thank you so much that does support me on Patreon, Twitch, Discord through Nitro, and YouTube membership. It's just $5 a month for each of those. And what you get: early access to podcast episodes, and actually, if you want, you DM me on Discord about it, and you're a member, I'll connect you and give you all my notes for the free developer course that I'm creating. It'll eventually get created, and you'll be able to see it, but a lot of people are just digging into my notes early on, because it'll probably take about 6 months to finish. But that's pretty much it. Thank you all. 5 p.m. Central every day. 5 p.m. Central every day. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right, we will be live tomorrow, 5 p.m. Central, maybe 4 p.m. I don't know. I might do it a tiny bit early tomorrow. I just lied to you. I might do it a tiny bit early, but join our Discord, and I'll announce when I go live. That's when you know. All right, guys, thanks so much for being here. Hope you had fun with this. Hope you learned something. Hopefully this was helpful. Again, LinkedIn is just a unique job posting platform, job board. Every job board is going to be a little bit different. You're going to have quirks with each, but yeah. Good luck. I will see you guys tomorrow, and happy coding. Take care.